So you're saying though, when it is working, a preview like thumbnail image will show up on iOS without any extra input from us. Like it's just gonna work automatically.
Not like a preview, but like the image that.
Yeah, the thumbnail.
Yeah, the thumbnail. Then we will have to load it ourselves in the fast image.
So we do still have to do a little more work for that thumbnail.
Yeah. Like, but the library just gives you data that you need: the image, the name, the title, and you're free to do whatever you want to do, to show in a preview, in just text.
Okay. So then, yeah, we really need it to work for Android too, because if we want to create a custom topic and use the image for our icon,
Yeah,
it's not going to really be a great experience on Android. We'll think about how we can integrate the link sharing into custom topics as well. And maybe we do need a different library. What do you think?
no, we're gonna still use this library. Like, this is the only good library that I found for sharing from other apps to your app.
Okay.
And the other library, we're gonna use another library to help us get the metadata. Since this library is gonna give us the link, now the missing part is the metadata. So we're gonna use some other library to have the metadata, whether it's iOS or Android.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep that in the forefront as you're working on this. Keep in mind, I'd like to be able to do custom topics.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let me know how this continues for you, and then.
Yeah, I just wanted to, so as I'm done with like sharing links and also reviewing PRs, I will need tasks to work on. Should I start working on the lotties? Like, at least get the PR up with the latest dip?
Yeah, so resolve the merge conflicts.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, give me a playground.
All right.
Let's do that. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And we talked about something yesterday too. Jerry was involved with it as well. We had Ismail and Amin. We were discussing
We're talking about the compose for custom topics.
No, it was. It was on a streamlined version of onboarding.
There's also onboarding, and then there's also the favorite flow for claim businesses.
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. So, I mean, I think you were on for the first half of it. So we want to have a deep link shareable for businesses that want to send their customers through. Instead of like a review funnel, like to get a Google review or a Yelp review, which a lot of businesses will request after a service, we're going to have them send emails and request that their customers favorite the business on Sircles. So, but we want that deep link. Remember, we're talking about this to bypass our full onboarding and just do like a more streamlined onboarding, and then go directly to the profile page. But also, we want to skip the favoriting part of it. Like you don't need to pick a category, because if the business is claimed, it should just jump right to the trusted portion. Trying to remember how far we got with that. I think we were mostly just in like the discussion phase.
So the app knows whether or not a business is claimed. So we know that from the front end already, because that's what controls like claim, view, all that stuff.
Right.
So whenever you hit favorite, it's just going to have to use that context on whether or not it should skip the favorites, like not the favorite, the categories step of it.
Okay, so that has to get passed. That's to know it's coming from a deep link, and we're going to skip that part of it. So that
well, the only thing I understand here is that, is this behavior going to be regardless if it's a deep link or not? Like, if you click on a business claimed, you're gonna skip the category part. Is that correct?
Well, that's a great question. I was thinking about that too. Like, why not just make it across the board?
Because why would you only make a link specific if?
Well, so there's value potentially if, let's say, you have a business that does a lot of different things, and you have customers favoriting you under different categories. There may be value in knowing that 75% of your customers come to your business because of happy hour, versus only 25% coming for breakfast. And maybe there's like 6 different possibilities, which isn't like, most businesses don't do that many things. They usually have like around 3 max. And that's kind of why we display the 3 categories. But anyway, this would eliminate that. Like, there would be no additional data to gather for your customer if we don't let them pick a category. But the advantage to that is it's a streamlined favoriting. So it's like a trade-off, and I haven't really like thought about it too much. Like, if we want to sacrifice the data for the trade-off for the ease, probably. If you were to have your input there, Ismail, is it easier just to do it across the board? Is that what you're asking?
It would be a more consistent experience, and if it's something that, if it doesn't bring much value since the business is claimed, as you said, then might as well. But if
only value is just knowing that there's like these other categories that customers are choosing for you, like favoring. But that's like not a high percentage of businesses. I do like the streamlined approach. Yeah, especially if it's claimed. Yeah. So, and it's also easier, right? Like, once we implement this, we just apply it to all claimed businesses, right?
Yeah, it will be. Like, you don't have to have any special logic for links.
Right. Okay. With that said, I think that's probably the best approach, because then we can move faster and it's definitely better user experience because it's less steps. So that's always good. So yeah, to answer your question, let's apply it to all claim businesses. Did you have another question about it?
Hey, I have a question. Sorry, I was just getting an input from Mauro, but I heard something about that we're doing a certain flow for links, for deep links to any claim business. Did I hear that right?
Well, that would the idea being when they get their survey at the end, like, how was your service? It gives them that the feature flag enables us to do the shorter version of just the onboarding. That would all be based on that deep link, right?
So let me think about this. So from the onboarding, so let's start with the scope we have right now. The scope we have right now is with TechTU, we have their phone number. And when they onboard, if that phone number matches a database of, if it matches the link, first of all, if it matches the link, we can initialize like a prompt to say, after you finish onboarding, it's going to load the action queue query, and that brings you to the TechTU page where you can favorite it. What we can do during the onboarding, when you call register user, whenever your phone number is flagged as matching one of those parameters, we can have just a Boolean flag for like use condensed onboarding or something. Mm-hmm. Does that sound I guess generic enough, but also accomplishes what we need, Ismail? I mean, because after they finish the onboarding, they're going to call the action queue, and the action queue is going to be what redirects them to somewhere like the page, the business profile. Mm-hmm.
and it has to override what, like Amin has it set up now to where the user goes to the message lobby. It has to override that. It has to take priority.
Well, whenever no,
it will
the main
already.
stack, it'll load the query and do that, right?
Okay, so just to kind of help clear this up a little bit.
Yeah.
In the current branch I have, remember yesterday I worked with Jerry, made some tweaks so that it can navigate you to the profile.
Mhm.
It will navigate right now to the profile no matter what, even if you have a start combo. I had a start combo. What happened was my app loaded. As soon as it loaded, even if you have a start combo at the beginning, it will take you to the profile. You'll do whatever you want to do. And then once you go back, you pick up either at the lobby or at start combo if you have one queued. So
you would go to the place profile, and then the next time you navigate, it might say start the convo.
no, so let's say there's two cases. You either land on the lobby or you land on start combo, right?
Yeah.
So whichever one you land on, the navigating to the profile will happen right after that.
Right after that.
Like the user won't see it. It'll be super quick. They'll just see like the loading part.
I see. Okay, yeah. So
then you finish your favoriting and then you click back.
Yeah.
So once you click back, if you had landed on the lobby, you would go back to the lobby. If you had landed on start combo, you'd go back to the start combo.
Which is the lobby, right? Let's start the combo.
Yes. What I'm saying is you would land on whatever screen you left off, like whatever thing should have shown.
I see.
So nothing gets lost, is what I'm saying.
I see. Okay, that should be fine. I think very rarely, well, maybe not all that rarely, but there won't usually be that start the combo screen unless you have someone who invited you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is even if you did,
yeah,
that would be fine. Like the user would onboard,
yeah,
and then boom, oh, I'm at a profile. Let me favorite. They're done. They click back. Oh, start a combo. Let me start a combo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So that's implemented.
I have that in my branch, in my custom topic branch. They're part of the same branch. I'm just finishing up custom topic, and then I'll push them both together.
Okay. And as far as shortcutting on the onboarding, that we still have to work on that, right?
Well, I want to work on that. I want, whether it's me or anyone works on that, I want to start on that after I have this branch in, because it's gonna.
Yeah.
We want to test it as is, and then we'll build off of it. Remember, I talked about this yesterday.
That's right. Talked about that.
I think that the faster feature we can accomplish is maybe if Ismail and Amin haven't worked on it, maybe Wells can try to pitch it in if he is looking for task. That abbreviated favorite flow. Those are two different features that if a business has favored it, we can skip the category step.
Yeah.
Well, business is claimed. You skip the category step and favorite. So I mean that could be worked on as its own feature.
That can, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, then, with that said, Ismail, how far have you gone here with the custom topics? How much more do you need to do?
So, almost there. Just a few things. Well, first thing I need Amit to confirm that we're not getting null as the last message. After gets that done, there's something that last step I would say is that, so right now I worked with Jay a lot yesterday with this, and now what happens is if you don't have an image, it will generate a random one, like a gradient, kind of like events. Now, the last step would be, what if we do include our own image? We obviously want to have that selected. Now, the only thing with that is I'm kind of debating whether I should. So let's say the user is on the create topic where they choose the image, right? Like they just clicked it, they chose the image. Now, if they click confirm, it would obviously take them to the compose, and over there they can send it. So with send, that happens pretty much instantly. But if they had selected an image, now that image needs to be uploaded to Cloudinary. So do we upload it when they click confirm or when they click send? Where if we upload it when they click send, it won't create the topic instantly like it does now.
Okay.
Actually, this brings up a whole new kind of idea. Well, not say idea, a suggestion I had. Was it earlier this week when we were doing the Kings giveaway, and Zane was trying to upload the video. Whenever we are uploading media to the chat, so the way that it works right now is whenever you upload media, it uploads at the same time. Well, it uploads to Cloudinary directly and then sends the message, calls the mutation. But something I had in mind is some like other apps do, like Slack and stuff. I'm just putting this on the future suggestion board. If you select a item from your media library, it uploads while you're composing the message, and then ideally when you're done composing your message, it should already be uploaded, and then it sends.
So I see what you mean. So like for when you if you like send something in like iMessage or Slack or whatever, there's like a loading on the top that doesn't interfere, like it doesn't block you.
Well, we don't have to go that far. What we can just do is we can begin uploading the media the second it's selected from the library, and
I
then
think
whenever
that's a great idea. I think Slack does that. I've noticed.
Instagram does it too. They were the first to incorporate that, and all the other social media companies couldn't figure out how the hell they uploaded images so fast once you hit submit.
Right. Yeah.
When Zane was uploading the video, he's like, "Oh man, why does it take so long?" And I'm thinking like he probably had the video uploaded. Yeah. He was typing up the message, and then when he hit send, it took another 30 seconds to upload.
We incorporated that same thing into Field 3 for image uploads.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it's super helpful.
Well, yeah. See, originally this wasn't possible because the image upload was part of the mutation, but now
I was gonna say that was not
going to do this.
Yeah. I remember when we first added images, we wanted to not block the user and show them like a loading status, but we couldn't do that because it was connected to GraphQL, and GraphQL didn't have a way for us to know the upload status. But now that we moved it to Axios, we can not block the user, like you said, and it will be a lot faster. So yeah, we definitely have more flexibility now. With
actual upload won't be faster, but it will be perceived faster because
I
start uploading in the background.
Because it's so that we can work on later, but that still doesn't solve my problem. Where what I'm asking is, so we have when you create a custom topic, you click on confirm, but if you don't send it, it never really creates a topic, right? So remember there's two screens to creating a topic. The first one is where you enter the name and the picture, and then you click confirm.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you have to hit send to actually create the topic.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot click send. So what I'm asking is, where do I upload the picture? Do I upload it to Cloudinary? When you click confirm or when you click send?
I think we could be more conservative here and like just wait until you hit send. Because you're gonna be.
So the only problem with that is that it won't be instant, right? Because when you click send, then it'll start the upload process, and you need that link to be there, generated before you create the topic.
I mean,
so the topic won't create instantly the way the users used to with every other.
Okay, well,
that's the only concern about creating it there.
Then that's a point for doing it when you're saying confirm, since that's how the other topics work.
That's how events work, at least. Like, you know what I mean?
The only thing that we have to do, as we grow, we may want to find up a way to identify orphan images in Cloudinary that aren't used in chat or anything, and clean those up. Just to kind of, I don't know how much our Cloudinary build runs, but
Well, how would you do? What if somebody sends a message and they don't open that specific message for like a few months, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I remember I sent this image to this person. Let me go.
Well, it would
That's
be,
it, you know.
it would be an image that, so it would be like the abandoned flows. So if we're doing this eager upload, but let's say the user backs out of a flow,
Mm-hmm.
so it wouldn't be linked to anything in the app. Like it would have no record in the database, but it would exist in Cloudinary.
Correct.
And then we could
But
identify.
how would we identify that?
A very complex script I cannot explain on this call.
We had a way of solving that with field 3. If a user clicks 5 images and then they have not hit upload, but we've already stored them in our database, we have a default value for the status of the image of 0. And basically what happens is on submit, that's when the value of all those images status changes from 0 to 1, which means we're keeping them. So any images with a value of 0 at midnight run a cron, and we just delete those from our database because they were abandoned.
Okay, we would need like I think a more in-depth tracking. Maybe we can generate image keys on the signature function, because right now we're not generating. We used to generate image keys when multimedia was saved in a database or like it was handled through the GraphQL. But since we're handling it through Cloudinary, we're not generating the image keys.
We still store links in the database of those images, right? Though, like a location of every image.
Not for every image. Some of them are just uploaded into Cloudinary right now as part of the direct upload.
I see.
So we would have to go through. I mean, it would just take one initial sweep of everything,
Mm-hmm.
And we can export the images that we know we have as JSON files or something, and it would take a compare that probably won't take so long. It's just checking if the file exists or not. But I think that is something, that's a project that would probably come up later as we continue to grow more and more, and maybe if we see like our Cloudinary bill spiking up crazy. I mean, I don't know what the Cloudinary bill runs. I just don't know if it's like something that we need to, watch.
So how about I have it upload on when you click confirm at the moment, and then once you have that tracking mechanism like in place, we can apply it. So meaning that we might have some orphan images at the moment until you implement it, but probably not going to be a lot.
Yeah, I see.
What do you think, Jerry?
Yeah, let's go with it. Ismail, I'm gonna confirm.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Get that in.
I'll just up anymore.
So we will have the ability, like as a user is composing a message we will be uploading their content or video content, for instance. Is that what we're discussing?
No, I think we're just discussing for the custom topics right now. So when we're composing a custom topic, but we have the same workflow that we have now. It would also support, while they're composing just normal chat messages, to upload asynchronously in the background.
Okay.
The two separate features.
Gotcha. So then, Ismail, do you want to take a look at that feature as well when you're available?
What feature? Sorry, I'm so confused.
I think John's talking about the asynchronous upload when you're just composing normal chat messages.
Oh, yeah, we can look at that after. I still have the app rating also, so I can put in the backlog. Or because it's the app rating also is going to require some work to get it to behave with a signature, to pop up with a signature move. So that's going to take another day or two. So maybe we're going to start on this next week.
Okay, sounds good. Just make a note of it so we don't let it get pushed back too far.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some back-end work needs to be done first, though, before we...
Okay, maybe that's a good task for Ahmed, Jerry?
We're talking about for the signature action?
No, for the asynchronous upload.
Um,
content.
Well, that would be for the image. Yeah, for the image keys. Yeah, sure. I think we'll probably need some back-end work to generate the image key based on what type of message it is and what type of upload it is. But that would take probably a little bit of work between front end and back end to kind of make sure it covers all the bases.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything we could assign on it for it?
It's when we really get to it, when we get time to it, it's we would kind of need a little working session to kind of see what's happening right now on both sides.
Okay.
Yep. So no problem. I have another task like as well.
That's true. Okay, fine.
Jerry, would request.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so a few different things going on there. So Ismail, I forgot what your answer was. How much more time do you need on the custom topics?
Hard to say, but I'll still need a few more hours at least to get it all working.
Okay. Is everything looking good as far as designs? Like you have no questions, everything?
Yeah, everything is looking the way, like everything's looking really good. Just a few last touches, and as far as cards, I am reusing the place cards for topic because on Figma they look pretty much identical. So is that okay? Yeah. Obviously, like it's gonna be the place cards without the category. You can think of it like that.
Sure. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. As far as design goes, and right now I actually haven't been able to create custom topics. Again, there's just that last message that Ahmed is working on. Get rid of that null, and the second part is I need to add the support for custom images, not just the auto-generated ones.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, go ahead.
There might be one more thing, is just that with the mutation. Jerry, do you know if the mutation creates me the blur hash, the create message v2 mutation?
You should. You just have to add it to the GraphQL.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, yeah. So I have all the pieces. I just need to kind of get that. So, yeah. So when it comes to generating this topic, one thing you will notice is that once you're in the compose, you won't have a blur hash. Only after you click send, you'll have the blur hash, because that's when you'll have that image. So
yeah, that's already how it is with the other events.
No, it's not. I think right now, if you go to like any topic and you just kind of select a random topic, you would already have the blur hash because you had the image.
Like if you were composing a new share?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
No, I am. I'm looking at it right now. So that's how it works. So this one, custom will be a little different. It'll just be white until you hit send. Then I'll have it change color. Still working on that. I need to get from the mutation. But the reason for that is the blur hash again is generated on the back end, and by the time you go from the creating the message to the compose, the back end doesn't do anything. So there's no way. The back end can't generate it for me because I'm not talking to it yet. Mm-hmm. Only when I click send is when I talk to it, and then it generates it for me.
Sure.
So That's just not a big deal, but it's just something to kind of keep in mind that it will happen.
Okay. And then Ahmed, how far are you? Did you get the null situation resolved for yourself?
Yeah, I merged it PR. It's on QA.
Okay, great. So you should be good to go on that, Ismail.
You guys are gonna push it, or is it already in?
It's deploying now, so give it a couple minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice. All right. Thank you. So we could probably let Ahmed go here.
Once it will deploy, I will talk.
Yeah. Hey John, you sent him the notification thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep, he's got that.
All right.
Okay. So let's get an update from Wells, and we can move forward. So Wells, how are you doing over there?
Oh, hey. Yeah, so as of yesterday, So the new Spotlight Entertainment Search PR was approved and merged. So we have that now. And as we talked yesterday at the end of the day, but I think it's a good recap for today. The Spotlight people's current recommendations that were not coming that were coming back after you hit X there. It was fixed also. There was no front end changes needed. So basically the endpoint that lists the user that appear on that screen was not taking into consideration the users that are being ignored in the suggestions. So I talked to Jerry, and Jerry made a really good work, and now that's taking into consideration the two endpoints that are on that screen. So now when the Spotlight people search, when you hit X that you don't want certain recommendation, you will not see the person coming in again. Thanks to that, so no front end changes needed. Also, the PR for the instantaneous upvote is created and ready to be reviewed. So if Ismail or Amin have some time today, that's a good PR to take a look into, which basically before, when you press on an upvote on any trust tip, it will take some time for the user to actually receive the feedback on the screen, because we will wait for the mutation to get done. So what I did basically was the user gets an instant feedback. So as soon as he hits the button, it will see the thing happening on the screen. And then if something wrong happens with the mutation, we will revert that back to normal. So if I hit like the happy face on a trust tip, we will light it up. And then if something wrong happens, or for some reason that didn't actually get computed, it would like show back as not pressed, which is kind of like just an exception handling. That's not the usual scenario. The usual scenario is just the user presses and it sees an instant feedback, and then we send it to the backend, and that's computed after. So the PR for that is ready to be reviewed. And also, I did receive the Figma for the send separately feature. And yeah, I still have to talk to Jerry about what we need of that screen, but I'm working on getting the front end to look exactly as that. And about that, John, I do have a question. When we hit the button for adding a friend to that list, what should happen? What exactly does the user should see?
Which list is it? Oh, the add another person. Yeah, there's a modal. Chantel probably shared that with you, with that Figma link. Mm-hmm. A modal pops up for searching your contacts, not your contacts, but Sircles users. So, do you see that? Do you see that?
Nope. For some reason, I'm having trouble with Figma links. They won't open on my default browser, which is Vivaldi. And even when I open it on Chrome, I don't see exactly what is there. So I'm basing myself on a preview I have from the link Shanto sent. But I will ask Shanto, though, for other links or guides on.
Yeah, Chantel, will you work with Wells and make sure he's got what he needs for the designs to, after you add your first favorite, the send separately screen, the modal that you made, all that stuff.
Wells, did you ever download the app?
Yeah, I did. The Figma app for Mac.
And that's still not working, huh?
Yeah, really, right?
Maybe after this we could do like a screen share, and maybe I can help walk you through it. Because
I'll be down for it.
It would be a lot more efficient for us if the link just worked, versus having to export and not having all that other information.
Indeed.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys take it from there. Make sure you guys see that through though, so Wells has what he needs. And was that it for you, Wells?
Yes, sir. Those are all the updates. I think I'm forgetting something because so many things happening, but the most important ones are these.
Yeah. And then add some analytics to those buttons when you get a chance.
Yes, sir. I will. So for the buttons that are currently there, I already added analytics on the previous PRs, and make sure that I'll add analytics also for these other ones. Oh yeah, also forgot. One of the things I was forgetting. So yeah, Danny also asked me for some analytics regarding actually knowing which users are performing certain important actions in the app, like favoriting, checking in, sending a message, and etc. So yeah, that's also something I'm taking a look at, into how to take into consideration the active users for a week, and how to generate reports on that, so we see which features they're actually using and how they are actually navigating to the app and making good stuff. So that's one other thing I'm working on.
Okay, great. Alrighty then. So sounds like do you need Amit for anything, Wells?
Can you please test it?
Yes. Okay, so this is for Ismail to test, right?
Yes.
Ismail, will you take a look and see if you're getting
Yeah, it says you shared a custom topic test 007, so it looks like it is working. Alright, good stuff on it.
Great.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Nice job, Amit. Okay, thanks. You can drop for us.
Yep, thank you. Have a good day.
Yep. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. All right. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot here. Jerry, did you have anything you wanted to add or anything for anybody?
Well, is he in here? I heard him.
He was here, but I think not.
But yeah, did everybody see his announcement in the development channel about the new reward store going live?
I didn't see that.
It's functional right now. There are some minor styling changes that AOD's kind of working on at the moment. But yeah, y'all can check it out in the app right now.
Okay.
Reward store. I think initially, let me see. He disabled the. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, the zip code input is disabled for now, but you can kind of look and see that with the new reward store, it's a lot more maintainable. So what that means is you can go and add more items, like we already have Parker's hot dog, express sushi. We got what else? There's basically all the new rewards that were kind of queued up, and we can put those in pretty easily because we rebuilt it in a much more manageable framework here. Now, going back with the business portal, I understand there were some duplicate cards that were being made yesterday from TechTU and people of Sacramento. There were some things I had to test because there was an issue of those two subscriptions going through because of the promo code they were using. And those should not be a concern. Just those are me testing things through the Stripe dashboard, and it was sending me events to the production webhook. I deleted the profile cards and the duplicate records in the portals. Well, except the one in the admin. That's kind of just there right now. Maybe we need a new interface for approving businesses that are pending. But I need to work on sending out the emails. So whenever you subscribe, I'm going to send out an email to the business owner saying, acknowledging that we've received their payment and we're just waiting on the approval process. And there's also another email that we'll have to replace to replace the email that's happening right now, like your business has been verified. It was an old email Robinson set up. But let's see, there's a couple other little things I need to go through.
Jerry, when you're ready to test those emails, let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a few more businesses to verify or to claim.
Oh, cool. And yeah, let's see. Todd had a question about the categories. Gonna look into that. And also, I was getting a lot of messages from Todd, from Danny. I'm not complaining about anybody in particular. It was just hard for me to context switch between groups, especially if one message was said in development, it was sent to me directly. It was just hard to maintain. It looks like Danny organized a dedicated group for the business portal questions, just to kind of helped keep me on track because I was bouncing through a lot of chat threads yesterday. So most of the updates I did related to styling and payment processing and the promo code stuff, like Todd suggestions for the promo code, that's done and that's live in the app right now.
Hey, just on the note about verifying businesses, I noticed that it looks like as of today, maybe it's using UTC time. Hook and Reel Cajun Seafood and Bar is at the top of the list of business owners who have not yet been verified inside of the admin dashboard. Do we know? Does anybody know about them? I know that's a business we were working with. Was this expected?
Well, they onboard. They subscribed yesterday.
Okay.
And they have to be approved.
Peter Fong?
Yes. So, yes, so they did subscribe yesterday. Now, was our admin team alerted that there's a pending approval?
I saw it, and alerted is a different question.
That's important because you don't want days to go by.
Who should we alert? Who's the admin team?
Yeah, that's what Jerry was just kind of talking about, is that there is no email, there is no alert for us right now.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to set that up.
Yeah,
who do those go to?
I know something about that. So, Todd, did you get the business.sircles.com or one of the emails ready for Jerry?
I did, yeah, I can give it to him.
With the distribution list, so it goes to me, you, Chantel.
Okay. Cool. That's it? Business.Sircles?
Okay.
Okay.
Which one was it, Todd? Which one did you end up selecting?
Let me look. I don't remember if it was like claim or verify. Let me double check. It's in the account. Let me get it.
Can you want, Jerry?
Okay. Yeah, just send it to me and I'll make sure they get included on the distribution.
Okay, because Jeff had else coming out from a different domain, like circles@adminpartners.com, which
to confirm, his status in the dashboard currently says unverified. Does anybody have an objection with me changing him to active so that he can do what he needs?
I was just going to make sure we got the Stripe payment.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. $129.
Cool. So you changing that, Ian?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. It is. Let's make sure it worked. I'm gonna refresh. Success. Actually has a message. However, all of the ones that Todd did are currently listed as unverified. So same thing with Zane. He has 3 requests for the people of Sacramento.
I thought Zane got approved, but if y'all go into your production app now, you'll actually see that your top card in your Discover feed is Hook and Reel. Join the.
And is that because of the active status that I just triggered?
Yes. That was a modification as well yesterday. It was being kind of prematurely done after we received payment, but that was changed to. Ooh, I'll have to stop here next time I'm in town. But that will be triggered whenever you set it to active and verified now.
Cool. And I'm assuming that only shows up for people who followed that business, which I don't believe that I have, or have favorited it. I mean.
Well, it's going to show up for everybody right now, because I think that's one of the kind of things is, well, you're going to get shoved in front of thousands of users whenever you get verified.
And it should be in the Discover feed? I don't see it.
And are you in the production app?
I'm in production.
It should be very, very, very top feed card.
I just got an email from admin@circlespartners.com. Thank you for verifying your business. No idea why this came to me.
That's the email I want to change. I don't know where that domain even comes from.
That is either a Bluehost or a Google. It's a domain I have control over. It's just the one that we were using to send all emails from the Sircles dashboard when this initially got built.
Okay, we're going to switch.
Do we want to continue to use that or no?
Well, we were just going to say you were going to switch it. What were you planning on switching it to?
Like claim or verify one of those at circles.com.
So I recommend never using the circles.com domain for any automated emails of any kind. It's the easiest way for our primary domain to get blacklisted, and it's the reason why I requested that Jeff Robinson create a separate domain. It's the same thing we use for Tech2U. We send out all our invoices and things like that through subdomain.
Okay.
And if they ever get blacklisted, I can just trash the domain and buy another one. But we don't have, we don't have a lot of control over domains getting blacklisted. It can happen.
Well, let's
So
talk
can you-
Ian. So for our automated emails, it's coming from mail.sircles.com for the new biz portal. That's a subdomain, but does that have
It just because it's a subdomain, that's not sufficient protection. It needs to be an entirely different domain.
So I think maybe that's something going on with the DKIM records that's causing it to go to spam.
Oh, that would totally make sense because DKIM records are affected. Yeah, that could absolutely be the reason. Right? So yeah, if anything, we should use. I mean, we have so many different domains, but this is one of them. Is Sircles Partners, and maybe that's not really an appropriate one, but we can use an alternative domain, one of the many that we already have, and just throw some MX records in there and authenticate through there, which would probably be the best thing to do.
Well, do we want to use the Sircles Partners one? That kind of is.
Let me find out where exactly that is actually at. I have it. Partners. That is a. Let's see. This account is Gmail and Google Workspace account of its own. So yeah, it's a Workspace account. So it's registered through Google. Oh, well, technically Google sold off all their domains to Squarespace. So technically DNS is now in Squarespace. It's a little bit of a mess, but it will work.
Can you add Danny and Chantel and I? Is it an actual email address or a distribution list?
Well, the email is coming from this admin, so it's an actual email.
Can you log into that on Gmail and create forwards?
Of course, yeah, of course, yeah. 1 second, let me.
Okay.
Awesome.
And then these templates are going to be coming from OneSignal. So Jerry, we have the ability to send out, OneSignal templates to different domains, right? From different domains.
Yeah. Well, hold on. OneSignal templates from. Let me see.
So
we can't select the sender. So yeah.
Sorry, so that this account is this Google Workspace account has just a single email account inside of it right now. If anybody sends an email to admin@sirclespartners.com, there's a forward currently set up, and it forwards all messages to info, which is an account that Chantel monitors.
Oh.
So if if we sent anything here, or a person replied to a message, it would appear in the info@sircles.com account.
Okay, let me look at that real quick. Make sure info is in. Info at Sircles?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Because I've had a thing where someone had to forward a message to me where she tried to reply at that email and it didn't come to me. It wasn't until she forwarded it to info that I was able to get it.
I will double check.
Can we maybe split off and do a whole separate meeting around this? There's a lot to go over with that. The whole admin panel.
Of course.
Let's make sure all the emails are going out. Everyone's getting them in the right places. They're coming from the right domains, all of it.
Just so you guys have, I'll check the filtering and forwarding then shortly.
Okay, let me know, Ian. I can work with you. I have access to the info@sircles.com email address. We can talk about that offline though.
Okay, sounds good.
Side note, Jerry, the card is in the feed. It's down within like the 14-hour ago range. So that's something.
Wait, what card? Like 14 hours ago?
Yeah, here's what's happening. The card is being posted when the user claims it, not when it's being verified.
Wait, what card are we talking about? We're talking about Hook and Reel?
Yes.
That's literally the top card on my feed right now. Let's see.
Does it say 14 hours ago? Maybe you just don't have a lot of activity.
Let's check the database because I thought I just applied this.
Yeah, if you're not following a lot of people, it might look like it's recent. But we talked about this yesterday. I thought we resolved it that it shouldn't post until it's approved, not just when it's the credit card is.
Yeah, right. So maybe it happened after I did the change. Let's see. So Flora.
But it was last night. It would have been. You would have already made the changes.
Oh no, the change was this morning.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I had a long list of things, and then I got pivoted to working with Ismail on the custom topics.
Mm-hmm.
So I was bouncing, between a lot and then get everything done.
Okay, no worries. Mystery solved there.
Yeah.
Okay. So where did we leave off, or is there anything additional that we need to discuss?
There's a lot we need to discuss around that admin panel and all the emails that go out and everything, but I think we should just break off and dive in.
And what are we doing as far as alerting the admin that there's a pending approval?
I think we're discussed that in the call, right, Danny?
Yeah, there's going to be an email that goes out to our team and to the business owner that claimed it. Both sides. And
I'm working on it with Ian right now.
After the business is verified, a second email should go out to both as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but Jerry has to have a part to play in this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go through the whole process, and I'll say in the code what we have being triggered or what's not being triggered or what needs to be added.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well, I think we covered everything for now. So, Todd and Danny, I'll meet you guys down at McClellan.
Oh, hey, there's one more thing before we break. Todd brought up something in the King's chat that there's no date breaker for messages sent today. The first message was sent David Stewart at 8:20 a.m. That there's no date break before that.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That's been going on for a long time. Will you let Ismail know specifically what you're looking for there, Jerry? And maybe Ismail could address that.
Okay, I'll just I'll take what's in development and forward it.
It might even be better for Amin to look at it. I think Amin might have done the date stamps. But yeah,
I'll look to the both of them.
Okay. Okay, I'll let you guys decide which ones you want to take. Alrighty then. Yeah, what's up, Ismail?
I just have one thing for Jerry. It's about custom topics. If you guys need to leave, you can. But Jerry, I just want to talk to you about custom topic and images a little bit. This is going to be about the profile. The create message doesn't support, with the input doesn't support passing it. I don't know if it does support passing it or not, but right now we just pass the profile P, and from that we get the image. Right now we're not going to have a profile to get the image, so we need to have like a profile or a topic URL as a inside topic input inside create message.
I think I messaged you that yesterday. The topic image URL, I added it to topic input.
You did. Okay, I remember you messaging me. Maybe you did.
So what's the prop called?
Let me see. I think it was topic image URL.
And this is inside create message.
Yeah. You need to pass topic image URL inside topic input if you're providing an image. Topic image URL. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. I guess since you already have it, I'll just try that right now. Thank you.
Alrighty, I got distracted for a minute. You guys, did you get what you needed, Ismail?
Yeah, he has what he has. He has what he needs.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, let's break. I'm trying to remember if Chantel and I finished one thing yesterday, but I feel like there was another thing we didn't finish.
Do you guys need to do anything more with that flow that we talked about, or do we have the ball rolling on that? The onboarding flow from businesses.
That's in a good state right now for Ismail to pick it up when he's done with the custom topics. Yeah. That one's good. I'll remember later. But yeah, there was something else I was working on with Chantel. I just can't remember right now. Chantel, do you have some stuff to keep you busy?
Yeah. For one thing, I was gonna hop on with Wells after this and go over Figma stuff.
Perfect.
And then it sounds like we were gonna hop in and go over the admin panel stuff.
Yeah. Let's get
Chantel and really everybody, the new reward store is live. And any testing that you guys can do would be great. We have done a ton of bug fixes already this morning. There was a lot we didn't quite know how it was going to react once the web store was in the app. And there's little adjustments that we're making to like heights and sizes to make sure things show up. But feel free to, as you guys have time, load that up and play with it. Kind of give us any feedback on things we might have missed. It's live. Orders are working. Nobody's placed any orders, obviously, since 8 a.m. this morning. But the primary functions are there and functional. But any feedback that you guys have would be great.
Got it.
Cool.
Is there like a code or something that I could put in to check the payment system without using my actual credit card?
Well,
I mean, if you guys are cool with refunding me, I could use my credit card.
If you can do, if you're okay just putting in like an actual order for, it's like $12 for happiest hour, for example. Yeah, we'll just credit you back and then we cancel the order when you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Store's looking good.
Good.
Yeah.
Little things we're still working on, but it's very, very close to complete.
Sure. Great.
All right. I'll see you guys here soon then. And it sounds like we're not going to do a call. We'll just work on this. You guys are at McClellan?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. See you guys soon.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks, everyone.
All
Bye.
right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Well, I'll reach out to you.